You're listening to the Todd DeFazio Show on Idiot Radio. Taking it to the
edge. Baby, let's go.
Yo, baby. Hello.
Welcome to another edition of the Todd DeFazio Show, broadcasting live from our Idiot Radio studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Also broadcasting live on TuneIn Radio, Apple iTunes Radio, live online radio, and our free, 100% free Idiot Radio app, which you can get depending on your phone, iTunes or Google Play, whatever platform you have, we're on there. You could get it. So 10,000 listens last week on the Idiot Radio app. So we appreciate all the support and everybody listening, all the feedback and things like that. We were talking before the show, and I know things are catching on because people are asking to come on the show. So I think, with having Hannah here,
we're a big deal. It
makes it like people feel more comfortable. It's more of a safe zone, I think, with you here, Hannah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I truly believe that because I didn't have people asking to come in before.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you're the difference maker in getting people to come in.
I think it's both, but thank you very much.
Well, Hannah's here.
What up?
I didn't really formally welcome you in, but Hannah's here, and a lot of great, like we said, a lot of great feedback from the show, and I can't be happier with how things are going. I know we've been talking about like my wedding journey, and a lot of good feedback from that, and I think the personal side of things, when we get into that, I think it helps, and I think people relate. So for the latest on the wedding updates, we booked the DJ. Remember last time I said I couldn't say?
Now you can?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Who is it?
Loyalty Entertainment. They're going to take care of the DJing and the photo booth. We got a photo booth.
Playing nothing but the bangers.
Yeah. And in Pittsburgh, the DJ I think that is actually doing the wedding from the company is the DJ from Cake, a club.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know that club?
I've never been, but yeah, it's like...
I think the people that own Cavo own Cake.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so it's... that was the biggest focal point for me for the wedding is I wanted to have the funnest DJs that I could find, and Loyalty Entertainment was highly recommended. Their DJs go out in the crowd and, they hype the crowd and dance with the crowd, and that's what I want. I just want, I want it to be a fun party. So that was, that was exciting for the wedding plans. And the little guy was in the hospital, so we kind of had a week off with the show. And my little guy, my 3-year-old, was in the hospital. He had pneumonia for 2 days. And so he's doing much better now. And that, so we had that going on. The super bulldog puppy, he got his, he got snipped while we were off, but it didn't affect him one bit.
Oh, really?
After 2 days, he was back to himself.
Good.
So,
it's like, where's my balls?
Yeah, he was looking. And then I got a new bed. I got to tell you about this bed. This bed makes me emotional. So I ordered new furniture and a bed, and it was delivered. Did we talk about this on the show?
I thought you were saying you were buying like a new,
So, so the new bed and the furniture came, and the bed came rolled like a carpet. And it was like a traditional spring mattress bed. And I looked at my fiance, I looked at Lisa, I said, is that a bed?
What did we just buy?
So that was a life lesson learned right there. Never buy a bed online. Never buy a mattress online.
So it's a piece of crap?
Oh, I called them. I should have had them take it back before they even unloaded it.
I'm telling you, I'm hearing good things about Tempur-Pedic. I've slept in beds. I don't have them, but people own them. The Tempur-Pedics, they're expensive.
Yeah.
But it's like you're sleeping on a cloud.
Well, so the way it went is I called them immediately and I said, hey, I'm a large man. I'm going to blow this mattress out in like a month. And they said, okay, you don't like it, bring it back. We'll give you your money back. So when I got there, I asked them, what do you got? And I told him what I wanted to spend. He's like, oh, I don't know, it's going to be tough. And I used to deliver for Kaufman, so I knew like the secret like, hey, what do you have in clearance?
Okay.
So he took me to this little secret section, and it was a clearance section, and they had this like $1,200 Sealy Posturepedic memory foam mattress, and when I lay in it, it is amazing. They took it down to the price that I was willing to pay, but when I laid in it, I went like this. I went, oh. It felt like my whole body was getting a hug.
Yeah.
And everything cracked when I laid, like my back.
Good mattress is very necessary.
So I have had amazing sleep.
Good.
In the past week and a half since I got my new bed. I love my new bed. Anything going on with you since we've been here last?
Nothing at all. I thought I was.
You work a lot.
Yeah, I work a lot.
You're very busy.
The only thing interesting is happening that I think I might be being catfished by a guy, but I don't know yet. We'll see.
Really?
I keep asking him to like FaceTime with me, but he keeps saying, I can't right now. I look like crap. I have to trim up my beard or something.
Or maybe he has a girlfriend.
No, but like he sent me a video with my name in it. But then I was thinking, well, Catfish could go above and beyond, and like maybe it's a friend sending him to send me, which would be really weird. But
maybe he has a girlfriend.
I met him on Facebook, and he lives in New York City. I don't know how this happened, but it's very weird.
New York. You said New York City?
Yeah.
How's that going to work?
I don't know. Because it was like, you have whatever friends. And I was like, oh, this guy's cute. People you may know. And I was like, I should know him. And now it's weird. I like attention, and he's giving me a lot of attention. But I'm like, I don't think this guy's real.
It sounds really weird.
It's kind of weird.
I'm cautioning you right now. We might have to step in, maybe call the guy on the show or something. Do you talk to him on the phone?
I haven't yet, but we'll see.
That's how long has this been going on?
It's only been like maybe a week.
Oh, man. I'm nervous for you.
Everyone's like, he's a serial killer or he's a pedophile. And I'm like, wow,
There's
you're putting all these things in my head.
I'm saying girlfriend.
This guy's nice. This guy's cute.
But I'm saying Catfish could be right. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but we'll see.
I was catfished once.
Really?
Yeah, bad. This lady met me for drinks, and she had a brand new BMW convertible. Mm-hmm. And first of all, when I got there, she was completely drunk, and
nice.
I never met her before, and I'm like, oh man. And I had another destination I had to be at with friends, and I'm like, oh man, do I ditch this lady or? So I didn't even know her. I'm driving this brand new BMW convertible. I pull up to this place, and my friends are in the parking lot, and they're like, what are you doing, dude? I was like, I don't know. I'm just driving this lady's car. She was so drunk. She was trying to make out with the girls that were with us.
Oh, wow.
It was very insane. So I ended up, I just got to a point where I just had enough. I drove her back to the destination where we met, where my car was. Mm-hmm. I got her some coffee at the gas station. As I hear, drink this coffee. And I was like, drive home when you feel safe. I was like, I'm out. And I was like, I put an end to that. But she looked nothing like, the moral of the story was she looked nothing like her picture. Nothing.
Gotcha.
And even her Facebook. And that's when I learned never trust an above picture.
Yeah.
Because they're very deceiving. The high view picture.
I got you. I know what you mean.
Very deceiving. I had 2 rules when I was single. I probably shouldn't say them, but I will. I never dated. Well, I had the tattoo rule. Never date a girl with another guy's name. Mm-hmm. Don't date a cop's ex. And the dating rules were never date a girl that has smaller boobs than me or wears the same size pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
So those were my dating rules. So I don't know. I think we should go to the audience on this one. 412-407-SHOW. Let us know what you think Hannah should do about this. The guy is in New York, so really, how far do you think this could go?
I don't know, but he was like, I'm coming down to Pittsburgh in a couple weeks, so I guess we'll find out. If I'm dead in a couple weeks, then we'll know.
No, we can't have that.
Well, it's we're going to be in public places. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to let him out.
You have to talk to him on the phone.
If he doesn't speak to me on the phone in a couple days, I'm going to be like, all right,
Did you try to video chat him or?
I keep saying, I was like, let's FaceTime, let's FaceTime.
FaceTime.
And it's like always an excuse.
Okay. Maybe he doesn't have an iPhone. He's embarrassed.
No, he has an iPhone.
Okay.
I get the blue.
Because you get Duo if you have Android.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's blue.
Okay. Or Facebook has it too, so there's no excuse. I don't know. I feel bad. I'm nervous for you. Let us know what you think Hannah should do with this guy, the Catfish. 412-407-SHOW. Let her know. Set her straight, because I don't think I got through. You got to let her know.
We'll see.
Good choices here, I think. Now I always like to start the show with something that viral or some song or something that I think is funny, inspirational, whatever. So this clip was viral last week, and I thought it was hilarious. A guy's in a restaurant, and he announces to everybody that his sister's pregnant. But there's a twist to it. Here it is, the guy in the restaurant announcing his sister is pregnant.
Oh my God. Excuse me. I'd like to make an announcement. My sister just texted me that she's pregnant. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to be a dad.
I'm gonna be dead.
What?
He's going to be a dad.
Wow.
Everybody got instantly quiet.
Yeah, everyone was clapping. They were like, oh, ooh, what?
I don't know why I like stuff like that so much, but I thought that was hilarious.
That is funny.
I think I shared it. It's on the Todd DeFazio Show Facebook page. Like us, follow us. You know, we always put a lot of cool stuff. Like before the show, we were talking about the Joker trailer with Joaquin Phoenix. That's up there. I got it pretty early. I think there's better ones floating around, but I got one like off of TMZ or something. But the actual one from YouTube's floating around. Mm-hmm. So check it out. It's a different twist on the origin of the Joker, which a lot of people don't know, and it looks cool. But you like it because it's Joaquin Phoenix. You don't care that it's the Joker, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured.
No, I mean, I liked the clip that I saw.
Yeah, I mean, everything looked cool.
Yeah.
It shows like what led him to that makes him crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And in some of the storylines of Batman, the Joker's the person that kills the Thomas and Martha Wayne, which is Batman's parents. So I don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
No,
just stay tuned.
It's funny because we have different opinions of the Joker. Mm-hmm. Your favorite Joker is?
Well, I'm younger than you, right?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Because everyone loves Jack Nicholson. I agree, but I feel like Heath Ledger's performance was like, you could tell like I think he was, when he wasn't on camera, it was like the character affected him because it was just so.
Yeah, they did say that role affected him for a long time.
I mean, it was just, he played that role so well.
Yeah, it was a much darker version of the Jack Nicholson.
And that's what I liked. I liked it.
Yeah. Now, I was reading an article this week, and people think that they're different when they're drunk versus when they're sober. But the answer to this might surprise you. The way that people behave under the influence of alcohol is often believed to be a totally different version of yourself, but it might be the most true version of yourself that you could possibly be. Do you agree with that?
There's just things that I might not remember, but I think it enhances my self-sober.
I think it's a self-esteem builder. Like when you're completely sober, you may filter yourself.
Exactly.
You may hold back, where when you're drunk, you may not.
Exactly. I completely agree.
But a collaborative team of researchers drawn up from Purdue University and the University of Missouri worked with 156 volunteer participants to figure out how alcohol actually affects behavior. The neutral observer said that there was not a lot of difference between the drunk participants and the sober ones, because he did like a control group where they thought they were drunk but they weren't. They were just giving them Sprite, and in the other group they were giving them Sprite and vodka.
Interesting. Well, that's like the one thing that they've said that they've done with like people with coffee and decaf coffee, but like I think you would know if you're drunk or not.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I agree with the study because, like we said, I think you're more in your head when you're sober versus when you're drunk, because then there's no filters. Then you pull all your filters go away and you just say,
Oh yeah, you say whatever you want.
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't even matter.
I thought that was a cool article I came across this week, and I don't know. It's Monday, everybody.
When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays? No, man.
Yeah, today's Monday.
No, Saturday!
No, today's Monday.
No, Saturday!
No, I'm sorry, today's Monday.
What day is it? Monday? Oh, Monday! Thank gosh it's Monday.
You're the only moron in the whole world who actually likes Monday.
Have a super awesome day of positivity.
But yeah, so it's Monday. We're ready to get into a great Monday show. Catch all our podcasts from all our shows like the Triple B Experience and the one we just did, Triple B and Double D Talk WrestleMania, which I know Hannah listened to a lot of.
Totally. On repeat, actually.
Anytime, anywhere, from any computer or mobile device on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spreaker, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and now our video form on Facebook. Has anybody said anything about the video where they could see us on the Facebook and stuff?
I thought that people said it looked good.
Okay, good. I really haven't talked to anybody, so I don't know if
Good
they...
guy.
I mean, it's getting a lot of hits, a lot of views, so that's a good thing. But I don't know if they're like, hey, just put Hannah on, you're too ugly. We don't want to look at you.
Yin and yang. I'm kidding. They need to see us both.
So on today's show, we're going to talk what's trending on TV and movies. A princess-themed nanny job that pays very well. A cool thing that you can do with your kids with all their art. You know, being a parent, when you become a parent, Hannah, hopefully not with this Catfish guy in New York.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of art projects and pictures and things that they do in school, they pile up. Well, there's a company that's come out with an interesting way to do stuff with them. And it's pretty cool. We'll talk about that. Schools are ditching analog clocks, and we'll talk about why they're ditching the analog clock. A new app that parents will love, especially with kids with smartphones. The topic of the week, what's your biggest pet peeve? This was a big one. A lot of feedback on this one. So I was happy to see,
Good.
you know, a lot of people jumping in on this one. The alerts for the 412-407 show kept going off, and I was like, wow, that was a good topic, I guess. A lady plays the best April Fool's prank on her husband, and we will have a brand new topic of the week to discuss for next week. Let's take our first break, and when we return, LeBron, are you a LeBron James fan?
I've always been a LeBron fan. I've actually seen him play when he played for Cleveland.
Okay. A former teammate reveals personal info about the king himself. I'm not a big LeBron fan. I respect him, but I'm a Jordan fan.
Oh, well, it's always older white men are like.
What?
It's weird.
Like what?
I don't know. I think they're both great players, but it's like in this era.
I've seen them both play.
LeBron is the best of this era. Jordan was of that era, but
Jordan
I don't think one is better. No. Okay.
No? Mm-hmm. I can't believe we are having a discussion. But yeah, I guess I'm Team Jordan, so they're always going to compare those two guys. Shaq is a new face for a big company. Mel B makes a serious claim that is like a fantasy come true for probably every guy in the world. Okay. We'll talk about that. And it pertains to the Spice Girls. Snoop Dogg gets high with Matthew McConaughey. And people are very upset at Adam Levine and his nipples.
Don't hate.
So we'll talk about that. And then also the Who's Who's list with Hannah. She's going to help you get out of an unwanted date.
Definitely.
So
hopefully.
Some of the best excuses to get out of a date. So that's it. I think we're going to take our first break. And we'll be back right after this on the Todd DeFazio Show on Idiot Radio.
For all your heating and cooling needs, service, and installation, contact our friends at Complete Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, 412-513-3001. Doesn't your family deserve complete comfort?
We're back on the Todd DeFazio show with Hannah.
What up?
It's our third show that we got under the books here.
Good. Third of many more.
When we were going into the break, we teased, we were talking about, this is kind of a crazy accusation, one of LeBron James' former teammates, Channing Frye. He said the king has bad breath. Frye revealed that fact in a recent interview when he was asked about the first thing he tells his kids about LeBron James is, he said, number one is he has smelly breath. Very smelly breath. Number two, he was a freak of nature. And number three, Kyle Korver and Fry fixed his jump shot for 1 year. They worked on it with him, so I don't know.
I don't know. I believe it because he's always like.
He probably has a bunch of yes
really
men
bad.
around him all the time.
Yeah.
And so no one's ever going to tell him anything
he's
bad.
He's just thinking about winning and being the best basketball player, not worrying about his breath.
Not this year.
I felt kind of bad. I feel bad.
Not this year. So, Jordan, he never had that problem.
Okay.
This past week, it came out that Shaq is joining the board of directors for Papa John's. Did you hear about this?
I didn't.
He is now a part of the Papa John's family.
Weird.
And they're hoping that he can do the same thing that he did for the Lakers that LeBron couldn't.
Oh.
And that's return them to the promised land. By adding the big man on as a member of the board of directors, Shaq announced the move on his Instagram with a statement talking about his future with the company and his enthusiasm for their pies. I'm so excited to be joining the Papa John's family as a member of the board of directors and soon to be an investor in 9 Papa John franchises in Atlanta and an advisor for the brand. And a lot of people are saying that this is happening because of all the,
the CEO is racist or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's his name? John Schnatter.
Yeah.
He stepped down last year because they said he was using the N-word in May during a conference call, which is kind of weird. Since the company has been hit with the boycotts by some members of the black community, leading to the decline of sales 5 quarters in a row, according to CNN Business. So 5 quarters in a row, they've been dropping sales, and
wow.
They're hoping having Shaq there.
But it's like I need answers immediately, like how much he got paid for this, because it had to have been something huge.
Oh yeah, it's a big salary if he's on the board of directors.
Yeah.
I think essentially
he already has so much money.
He's going to be the face of the company now, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going that far. Wow.
They'll probably have him and Peyton Manning do some commercials together. I don't know.
You think? Oh, Peyton's all about those commercials.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of stepped away from Papa John after all the racist stuff, so I could see him maybe, now that Shaq's involved, that maybe he'll be on some of the commercials now, and
yeah,
because he owns a bunch in Denver, I heard.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
It's kind of like that Hulk Hogan thing when he got in trouble for dropping the ninjas. It was so funny on social media. It was like any black guy that was within 10 feet of Hulk Hogan, he was taking a selfie with and posting on his social media. So that was like that for like a whole year after he got in trouble for that. So, but he's going to be at WrestleMania, Hogan, this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard he's going to induct Brutus the Barber Beefcake in the Hall of Fame. So if you want to learn, this is going to be a cheap plug. If you want to hear more about WrestleMania plans, predictions, storylines, check out Triple B and Double B, the pre-WrestleMania podcast, where we talk about all that wrestling stuff. And I know Hannah's
my face. I'm like
completely thrilled.
Wait, when is it? I need
WrestleMania Sunday.
Well, when is the podcast?
It's already out.
It's out.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I need to. I'm going to listen on my way home.
I thought you said you listened to it already.
10 times. I don't like wrestling. It's all right.
It's okay. We don't have to like the same. This is why we have a female and a male perspective of the show.
I don't know. They love it. Men love their wrestling.
Are you a Spice Girls fan?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's like what I grew up with.
Well, Mel B.
I was Sporty Spice, just so you know.
Okay, you like sporty. Well, Mel B claims that she slept with Jerry Halliwell during the Spice Girls era, which is kind of awkward because they have a big tour coming up. The reunion tour is very soon, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I did hear about this story, so maybe they're like...
Well, Mel B was on the Piers Morgan show on ITV. It's called Life Stories, and last week, Mel B was the guest, a.k.a. Scary Spice. She dropped a massive bombshell saying that she... confirming the longtime rumors that she had once had a sexual encounter with Jerry Halliwell, who is Ginger Spice.
I can see that happening.
And when
she was like the feisty one. So
Ginger was
like the slut. Can I say that the slutty one?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because that's what your opinion is. When asked by Morgan if Mel and Jerry had done it, Mel nodded and smiled and said she's going to hate me for this because she's all posh in her country house and her husband, but it's a fact. It just happened, and we just giggled, and that it is what it was. It was just a one-time thing. The alleged hookup took place soon after the newly formed Spice Girls moved into a shared house in the mid-'90s, and right before the group released their first single, Wannabe, in 1996.
Good times.
But there was also rumors that, like, when they were on the road, that they would hook up with chicks all the time and stuff. So, I don't know. I guess that's cool.
Whatever makes you happy, but hey, I can definitely see it, for sure. Well, the Spice Girls, though, that was like my life. So.
Now, did you see the trailers and everything for the new movie Beach Bum?
I saw a little bit of it, yes.
With Snoop Dogg and Matthew McConaughey.
Wow, he looks like a crazy person. I like it.
Yeah, in the movie he does.
I love Matthew McConaughey.
He so they're shooting this movie and they so they're talking. They were on Kimmel and they were talking about the Beach Bum movie and how there was a scene where they're smoking weed together and there's prop weed, and Snoop was like not having that and didn't tell McConaughey he switched it. But here's a little clip of Snoop and McConaughey talking to Kimmel about what it was like when McConaughey got high with Snoop. Interesting.
When I first got to the set, they had like a bunch of fake blunts and joints rolled up.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who was that for? That's not for me.
That was supposed to be for me.
What do you see?
Carry on, sir.
But you tell them. I like the way you tell them.
You like I tell them that fake ones.
You tell them.
So the first scene that we and I shot together, I'm supposed to show up. Moondog goes to Lingerie's place. Lingerie's going to turn him on to the magic weed, right? So I show up that night and I know the scene. So I talked to the prop guy on set and I said, look, I got my prop joints, which are oregano. I talked to Snoop. I said, these are my prop joints, oregano, because I know I'm going to be pulling. He said, yeah, I got that. So all of a sudden we go do the scene, and it's about an 8-minute take. It's a long take if you're passing a joint back and forth and you're smoking hardcore to the heels
Snoop
of
Dogg
your feet.
Stuff. Yeah.
So the scene goes on, and right after the scene, I just feel like, man, I'm not sure that was prop. And I look over, and Snoop goes, yo, Moondog, that wasn't prop weed. That was Snoop weed. I said, okay, man. I said, buckle up. Because here we go. This is the first take of the night. I didn't say another word of English, really. You said I rapped a lot.
You rapped for 13 hours straight.
And I asked him, it was one of those highs where I didn't really catch my breath until 5:30 p.m. the next day. And I came back to work, I asked you, I said, man, I'm a little hazy on how last night went. How'd it go?
What'd I tell you?
Snoop says, oh, you was great, Moondog. You hit 4 in the park home runs.
So, yeah, that was an interesting story on shooting the Beach Bum movie. And Snoop Dogg's, they wanted him to play the movie as Snoop Dogg, but he said he wanted to be called Ray, short for Lingerie.
Okay.
But I like how McConaughey said, oh, yeah, when I got high off the Snoop weed, I barely spoke any English. But really, can you ever understand him any other time?
True.
When he's talking? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
funny.
like though what he was saying is like, oh, this isn't like you would know immediately if you were smoking.
I mean, I guess you would smell it, yeah. Especially
like-
something that Snoop gave you.
You would feel it immediately, like, okay, whoa.
I can't speak. I don't know. I couldn't speak on that, but I mean, I know what the smell is like. So
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, so Beach Bum the movie. I haven't heard anything about it or anything. Just in that clip. So I don't know. Is it even out? I don't even know if it's out yet or coming out
so.
or I don't know. So yeah, the beach. I don't know. I'd check it out. See anything that McConaughey does, I guess, is okay.
I agree. I like it. I like his stuff.
Now, did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did not, but I
did
saw.
not?
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, the Patriots were in it. Who cares, right? Viewer complaints to the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, about the Super Bowl every year. And this year was no different. During the Super Bowl, the FCC received 94 complaints regarding the CBS broadcast, and 58 of those took issue with the Maroon 5 halftime show, specifically lead singer Adam Levine's bare chest and nipples. So
Okay, well, Janet Jackson's nipple the one year, but all right.
yeah, so I mean that's what started all that, though.
Yeah.
Where the complaints came from. I guess they opened up a forum for that, and there was dozens of complaints about children being frightened by pregame airing of ads for upcoming movies, scary stories to tell in the dark, which I don't even remember that one, and a dozen for the trailer Us.
I wouldn't think they would play that during the Super Bowl, but
Yeah, well,
interesting.
What's crazy about the movie Us is they made that song "I Got 5 on It" like a scary song. Like,
Oh, yeah?
now, did you see the trailers for that?
I did.
And how they kind of like made "I Got 5 on It" like a scary song.
Oh, okay, wait, yeah, I did. I did. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews about the show. I don't really about the movie Us. I heard good and I heard bad. So I'd like to make the decision myself.
Same, let's go. I love scary movies. They're the best.
It sucks because I never get to the movies because I'm always so busy. So I end up waiting until they're on demand, and I watch.
I'm the same way, too. I'll usually just watch something at home.
It works out better because it costs way less,
Mhm.
and you can watch it for like 2 or 3 days after you get it. So
Yeah.
that's usually what we do. But I don't know. I think it's time for you ready to do your list?
Sure.
So we got to get a jingle for that, I think, so we can have the big build up.
Yeah. We need something.
Yeah. It's the Who's List with Hannah, brought to you by Rich Who Entertainment, DJs for all occasions. Give Rich and his staff a call for a free estimate and a tailor-made package to fit all your entertainment needs. Give Rich a call at 412-266-1266. And today's list, the Who's List with Hannah, is what?
The best excuses to get out of a date.
Okay. You want to start
I've
with
actually
number
never
5?
done this, but yeah. Number 5.
You never had to get out of a date?
No, I've usually, I'll just use the guy for drinks and free food. I'll be like, bye. That's bad. That's bad. Because I've never been on I've been on one really bad date, but other than that, it's been all right.
Yeah.
I don't go on, I've usually been in long-term relationships, so I haven't really been on that many.
Yeah.
But maybe now that I'm, trying to get back in the scene, maybe I will
Yeah,
use a couple of these.
The New York guy
Mhm,
probably you
no.
might want to use one of these.
He might be my future husband. You never know.
Oh.
Okay, so number 5. It says, your headache turned into a massive migraine. That's a good one.
I mean, I can probably honestly say a girl has used that on me before.
Oh, burn.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
What's number 4?
The F-bomb, you think you're better as friends.
It's been used on me before, too.
That's kind of messed up on a first date. I would say, towards the end. But,
well, the date
if
never
you're
happens. This is how you get out of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right?
I thought you were okay.
Yeah, this has happened to me.
Get out of it. Okay, gotcha. Oh, wow, that sucks. Professional.
No, I've used this one.
This one's good. Number 3, professional emergency. You suddenly got called into work. I mean, Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah. And kids. You can always use kids. Oh, I don't have a babysitter. That's
Oh,
always a
yeah,
good
you can
one.
always use a kid card forever.
Yeah.
All the time.
So, yeah, I would use that. Best excuses to get out of a date according to Ranker.com. It's the Who's list with Hannah. What's number 2?
Number 2, the ace in the hole. You're feeling sick.
Yeah, I mean, you can always use the sick one. I feel like all of these have been used on me at some point in my life.
I don't think I've ever. No, I don't think I've ever had. No, I did have one guy tell me that he was sick. And the thing that was messed up, it was like I was on my way to the place. And then like 30 minutes later, he was like, I'm not feeling well. I'm like, well, you could have told me that hours ago. So that was kind of shady. But yeah. Other than that, they usually meet up with me. I'm just saying. But okay. Are we going number 1?
Yeah, number 1. Go ahead.
You're just not that into them, but wish them the best.
You know,
That's nice, though, because I feel like as girls, like we're more honest when guys won't tell their emotions and ghost you or just be an idiot. I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, but who wants to hear that? I mean,
feel like
I've had this happen. It was told to me like that before.
I feel like that's the best, though, because like then you know. Because if you're ghosting someone or not saying something or lying to them, it's nice to like, you know, be nice to people, but just be honest. It's better in the long run.
I guess.
It is. I mean, I'm 32, so if I was
I would rather.
18,
I'm like coming
18, I
from
would
the
use these
school of thought where I
excuses.
want to spare their feelings. I think.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have to worry about that now, but to
You
see
don't?
the entire list, like and follow the Todd DeFazio Show on Facebook. We also have a closed group, so you can join the closed group for the Todd DeFazio Show. And, you know, I got a lot of compliments for last week's when I posted it. And I was getting a lot of girls saying, "Thanks, Todd." And I was like, well, you should be thanking Hannah.
Exactly.
Not me, because she
I
was
know.
the
We
one.
should have showed like a million more pictures.
So, but the whole list, you know, the whole list of I think it was like 70 guys or something. Best abs.
We should have just showed them all. That should have been the whole show.
So that was the big. A lot of people were happy with that. So you made a lot of friends that last week.
Good. I'm glad. I'll be your friends. We'll look at guys' abs all day, every day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's a good place to take a break.
Of course.
When we come back, a princess themed nanny. It's a job that pays very, very well. A cool thing you can do with your kids' art projects. And schools are ditching an analog clock. We'll talk about that. And a new app to help parents out with kids' smartphones. The topic of the week, what's your biggest pet peeves? A lot of great feedback from that. And a lady plays the best April Fool's prank on her husband. And we will have a brand new topic to discuss for next week. It's the Todd DeFazio Show with Hannah. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back after this. Woo!
Looking for a DJ for your next party, corporate event, wedding, or special occasion? Contact Rich Who Entertainment, the official DJ of Idiot Radio. For a free quote and information, give them a call at 412-266-1266. That's 412-266-1266. Rich Who Entertainment, DJs for all occasions.
We're back on the Todd DeFazio Show with Hannah.
Yeah.
Lots of great stuff from that. People love your Who's list, Hannah.
Good. I'm glad.
I
mean, they are pretty legit. I'm just saying.
I mean, last week you had dudes. This week you're giving dating advice, which
I mean,
great,
I'll do it all.
great stuff there. We were going into the break. We kind of talked about it. This nanny job. I applied for this job.
You did?
Yeah, a UK family is looking to hire a part-time nanny for $53,000 a year. But there's one catch. The applicant has to dress like a Disney princess the whole time.
Why is that a catch?
Well, I mean, that's part of the job. You have to dress like a Disney
That's
princess.
awesome. Sign me up.
So you would do that?
Yeah. But like $53,000 a year there is how much? I feel like that's not that much.
Oh, the money's different, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's
if it's $53,000 American, I would dress
For
up like
sure.
a princess part-time. Part-time's under 30
Oh,
hours.
part-time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, if there's like one catch, you have to like
The kid's probably
wipe
like
my kid's
Satan
butt
or
or something, or I don't know if they're like, I don't know, some gross stuff. But that's not a catch. I feel like that's, I don't know, it's just some rich
I wonder
couple.
if you have to be the same princess every time, or like every day you change.
Yeah, that would be obnoxious if you'd have to go out and like, okay, no, every day you have to be every Disney princess ever made in any movie ever. Yeah, that'd be a bit much, but.
I wonder if they pay for the costumes.
Oh, yeah, they probably don't. I'm just
Parents,
assuming so.
With the salary, you probably pay half your salary in
Just like costumes.
Disney costumes.
Probably.
Now, for parents that can relate to this, you know, your kids are always in school when they're in school, and even at home when they're not in school age, you know, they're always making artwork and projects, and you know, I have so many different things that I could hang up all through the studio, and I kind of try to keep everything upstairs. This company is offering a service where they'll transform your kids' artwork into jewelry, like necklaces and things they can wear on your neck.
Oh, so you can wear your crappy kids' art pictures on your neck. I'm kidding. No, that's kind of cute, but that's terrible. I don't have kids. It's awful. No, that's a good idea.
But like, you could have your cat step on like ink and like step on a piece of paper, and you could send them the picture of the paw print, and you could have that as a necklace.
Okay.
You have cats,
I understand.
right?
I understand, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the site you go to get this great, I don't know, I think that's a cool idea.
It is. I feel like that's going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't even know how to say this name. It's Tass Room, takirum.com. It's TASARIMTAKARIM.com. And you could get yourself custom-made jewelry from your kids' artwork. I don't know if I would do that.
I mean, I feel like if you're like, oh, out of the 50 paintings or whatever I've gotten for my kid, this one's my favorite. Like maybe you'd be like, oh, this one's special, instead of like, you know, I go to some of my Q-mates' offices and they have like 50 paintings. So like, okay, instead of having all of these, I'll just have one to be like, oh, well, you made this for mommy and I got into a necklace. So like that, I mean, over the years, you probably got a lot of artwork.
It's like somebody who had a kid who passed away or something. I don't know. I don't know if I would do this. I'm still up in the air.
Okay.
Because then, too...
Then they'll be like, why didn't you get this one
as
a necklace?
Well, I have 4 kids. So, like, what do I wear? 4 different necklaces? Do I look like Mr. T?
Yeah, you do.
Jeez. I don't know. I don't know if I like this idea. But it's crazy in the world of, like, that we live in now, you know, kids, teenagers, preteens. You know, they're all about video games, and they're not really... Kids today will watch videos of kids playing, but not actually go play themselves.
Yeah.
So it's so odd to me to see that. But this was such a cool story. I couldn't wait to talk about it today. There's a 13-year-old kid. He traded his Xbox and did yard work to buy his mom a car. That's this little kid. His name is William Preston. He's 13 years old. He did yard work, housework for people in his community to make extra money. And William saw on YouTube where people get their mom's cars and surprises them. And William said, I want to do that. And he was scrolling through Facebook one day and noticed someone selling a 1999 Chevy Metro. It was really cheap, so I asked her if I could trade it for my Xbox or earn it. And at first, his mom said no. Then she thought about it and said yes. William's dream of buying his mother a car became a reality. Crystal Preston said, I can't even express it. Like, there's no words that can express my gratitude and how proud I am. So that's crazy. And those of you on Facebook can see the kid with the car and everything. You
definitely raised him right then.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even get my kids off their video games and devices, let alone, to go buy their mom a car. That's crazy.
That's a good kid. You got a good one. Yeah, I like that story a lot.
Yeah, that's one of those good stories, positive stories of the week.
Yeah. I need more of those.
And then here's the one that brings it all back.
Back to reality.
Schools are removing analog clocks from their walls because kids can't read them. I know this for a fact because my kids can't read analog clocks either.
I feel like this generation is just going to get dumber and more convenient because why need them if we have it on our phone?
Right. And then, too, growing up all the time, remember teachers would say, oh, you can't use a calculator because it's not like you're going to grow up and have a calculator in your pocket all the time. Mm-hmm. Well, teachers.
I kind of agree, though, because I feel like people with that article were mad, like, oh, kids need to learn how to read time and know how to do this. But it's like, well, technology and stuff's coming out nowadays. They should be teaching more, like, important things that we'll really need down the line. That's my opinion.
Have you heard anything about this Common Core math stuff?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's the way they teach kids math. And the best way to describe Common Core math is the best way to get from point A to point B is a straight line, and that's how we learned how to do math. Common Core math is, all right, you're going to go here, you're going to make a left, you're going to make a right, you're going to go up the street, you're going to turn right, and then you're going to come down here and you'll get the answer. It's insane because the parents can't help their kids with homework. Because it's not the way they learned it.
Exactly.
So it's I heard that they're trying to drop it, which is would be a blessing once the little man gets into school and we won't have to teach that or have him do it. So I don't know. And then another thing, this is like very dad heavy, parent heavy.
Oh yeah.
This segment. This is the last one. A dad created an app to lock his kid's phone until they message them back. Anybody that's a parent knows, like their kids with smartphones, it's like pulling teeth to get them to call or text you back. Like many parents, Nick Herbert, a dad in the United Kingdom, had a hard time getting his son Ben to text back after he bought him a smartphone. That's why Herbert decided to take things into his own hand and create the Respond ASAP app that will lock a child's phone until they reply. Herbert explained on the app's website why he decided to create the app after buying his son a phone. The app allows a parent to send or schedule messages and make a message audible even if the recipient has their phone on silent. So, like, if they're, like, just ignoring the parent, they can have the phone on vibrate. It'll automatically do, like a ringer, like a notification that they will hear. So
yeah.
He kind of thought of everything.
This is like a genius app, I feel like. Like, I don't understand how people didn't think of that because now I'm like, wow, this guy's probably going to make a lot of money off of this app.
And what's even funnier is the noise will continue until the recipient acknowledges it.
Oh.
So, like, it'll be just like an annoying, like, buzzard or something. The app will also display on their phone over whatever they're doing. So if they're, like, watching YouTube or whatever, the window for the app will appear over top of that, and they won't be able to do anything until the child replies. It even gives the sender the recipient's location. So if they say, hey, I'm at Steve's house, and they're really like at the mall, it works. That's another thing too. Like kids growing up, you got away with a little bit more because you had a little more freedom. Mm-hmm. Now you don't get away with anything.
No. We know where you're at all times.
So this app is currently available for Android phones, but is coming for Apple devices soon. Respond ASAP starts at about $1.25 to connect to one other person. So that's a pretty cool thing, I think. I would invest in that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, especially, well, I don't have kids, but I feel like kids nowadays are...
I do, for the younger ones, I do the prepaid. So then you have a little more control over it. It doesn't have internet.
Oh, yeah.
But they still find the places where they could tap in, on Wi-Fi somewhere. So they're
of course
always watching like YouTube or something. That's mainly what they do is they watch YouTube or they download games. We're at the topic of the week this week. I think we need some kind of production for this too. Big build up for the topic of the week. This week was the biggest pet peeves. and we went to our social media, and we got a lot of response. Do you have a pet peeve, Hannah?
I forget what I said last time. I feel like I have a lot.
Well, what's one off the top of your head?
I don't know. I feel like people who are just a-holes. I feel like with me, though, with me driving so much and going to work, it's definitely like road rage drivers. Because I drive pretty, I think, okay. But like the people on the parkway, like going in and out of traffic and driving like a lunatic.
Yeah.
Always bother me.
Well, the first one on the list today, a girl named Danielle said, people that don't use turn signals. So it's kind of along the same lines as yours.
I agree.
Another person, Rayanne, said that people that blow their nose at the table for meals or at a restaurant. My mom hates that too.
Yeah.
Like it was like even like a couple years in a row we did it at Thanksgiving as a joke. Like she'd bring out the really fancy linen napkins, and me and my brothers would just pull out the napkins and just blow our nose right at the table. She would get so mad. Adam, he doesn't. This is actually a funny one. He doesn't. His pet peeve is being asked what his biggest pet peeves are. That's pretty funny. My fiance Lisa and many others don't like loud chewing, food or gum. So I mean, that was probably the biggest one. There was like probably about 12 people that asked for that one. Jen doesn't like when people put countdowns on social media.
That is kind of annoying.
Like
93 days until my
hysterectomy.
Vacation or whatever. And then they'll literally keep going until it's like down to day one.
Steve doesn't like people who tweet pictures of what they eat.
I like food pictures if it looks good, but there's some that I'm like, no, your food looks like trash.
I like Mike, the one that Mike just sent in. I like the one that Mike said, and he's the no offense guy, where you're having a conversation with a guy, and they'll be like, "Well, no offense, you have a fat face." But just because you said no offense doesn't mean I'm not going to take offense to you saying that. Even though I may have a fat face, but you don't have to tell me. Like the no offense guy.
Yeah.
Well, I think girls do it too. The no offense person. I think we encounter somebody like that in our lives at least once.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shelly doesn't like when people post daily about their diet in the gym. And they do yuck. She said yuck selfies. So like when they do the mirror selfie from the gym daily.
That's like actually, I'm glad that I was looking at this because if I was on dating apps, but I'm not anymore. But I get it's very off-putting if like a guy has like a lot of gym pictures or I'm like, this is bad. It's just, I don't know. But I definitely agree with Shelly for sure.
Well, you know what I think is weird? Like when girls are like super skinny and they're like, oh, I got to lose 12 more pounds for my goal. It's like, where? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I say that too, but I think women, we're all hard on ourselves.
So I don't know. The topic of the week, that's your way to get your voice heard and make you part of our show. A lot of different ways that you can voice your opinion to our topic. Facebook, email, idiotradionet@gmail.com, or our anytime line, 412-407-SHOW. You can text it, call it, leave a voicemail. Sometimes we answer. Just depends if we're in studio or not. But yeah, a lot of the great support for this one. And we'll have a new one here shortly, and it's kind of pertains to the story that I'm going to be talking about. It's about a lady. Did you do any April Fool's pranks or anything this year?
No, I had one done to me on Monday morning, though.
Oh, did you?
I had no idea that it was April 1st. It was bad. I literally thought I was like losing my job.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's what somebody told you were going to lose your job?
But the thing is, well, not really. So like at work, they were talking about like agreement on Friday that I was like, oh, I'll get back to it Monday morning. And then like my boss texted me, or what coworker was like, Hannah, are you almost here? Such and such is asking about this agreement. And then I came in and like my boss came by and all these people, they're like, Hannah, like you really messed up this agreement last year. We were really talking about it Friday.
Oh,
And
man.
so it was like, it's fresh in my brain.
So they were setting you up.
So I'm like, oh, what did I do wrong? And they're like, it's not good. They're like, everyone's asking, like, you really messed up and you did this wrong. And I was literally for probably like 15 minutes freaking out, like having an anxiety attack. They were like, we had to tell you it was April Fool's because we thought you were going to like freak out.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, you guys suck. But they did me good because I was like,
So
it's work related. So
they
it
were
was
setting you
like-
up on Friday.
Well, that's the thing. No, like actually someone really asked me about this thing legit on Friday. So then they're like, I think they like had a lead way to like get into it.
Oh, okay.
Someone was just, I think, maybe asking something small about it. But yeah, it was good. But for me, it wasn't.
Let's see. Well, this woman, this wife, was working on her April Fool's plans for 6 months to prank her husband. There were plenty of amazing April Fool's pranks from companies this year. A little more than normal, I think, this year. Whether it was Tinder, they put a height verification feature on the app. I never did Tinder. That was before. That didn't really catch on until after I was, past my single time. So yeah, they put a height verification thing. I don't really know how that works or Tinder works or anything, but that'd be funny because a lot of guys always make it like they're taller than they are and they're like midgets. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk, did that ever happen to you? The guy ever make it like he was taller than he was? And
No,
was
there's
really
usually
short?
some people that like I didn't ask their height. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, like I don't have Tinder anymore, but there's one.
Would you date a guy shorter than you?
I've been on a date with a guy shorter than me, and I was like, nope.
Very uncomfortable.
And then there's like, how about that second date? And I was like,
how about no? So you
that's
could have
bad.
used
I
one of
felt-
your excuses
'cause
from
I'm
the Who's
five.
Who's list.
I'm 5'2", and he was shorter than me.
Yeah, you could have used one of your excuses from your list today.
Yeah, I could for sure.
But yeah, Elon Musk released a SoundCloud track. I think it was about Harambe.
I saw that.
Yeah. Restaurant and snacks and beverage companies were releasing odd flavor things. I think like I've seen like Coke or Pepsi was doing like a pickled flavor.
Oh, Jesus.
And like McDonald's did like an all pickle Big Mac and weird stuff. And even Warner Brothers got in on the act and they were tricking fans to click on an Aquaman 2 trailer, which isn't even close to being ready. I don't even think they started filming it yet. So Aquaman 2 trailer, they wanted you to click, and it ended up being a Shazam trailer. So they were
Even better, right?
No, because I don't know how I feel about the Shazam movie yet. So
Oh, I guess you'll have to see it.
I don't know. Shazam's a kid in an adult's body, so I don't know how it's going to work. I think it's going to be really child friendly. I like when they're darker and they're more adult oriented, I guess.
Yeah.
But every year there's one homegrown prank that blows all the rest out of the water, and this lady, Maureen Pritchard from Green Bay, Wisconsin, pulled out the ultimate prank on her husband, Rob. She saved all the family's Amazon boxes for the past 6 months, and while Rob was out, piled them all at the front of the house just in time for her husband to come home from wherever he was to see all these boxes on the front porch.
That's a good one, but she was literally planning this for like ever.
They order from Amazon a lot. Mm-hmm. Those of you can see it on our Facebook, our video version of the show. You can see it. Like anything we talk about, I try to have like something up on the screen so you can see it.
It's a lot.
That's like 100 some boxes easily.
Yeah.
I like takes up their whole front stoop. That's crazy. So that kind of leads us into our topic for next week. What was the best prank you played on someone or someone played on you? We heard Hannah's story today from work, how the people at work got her. What happened to you or what did you do to somebody? Follow the Todd DeFazio Show on Facebook. Email it to us at idiotradionet@gmail.com or just call our anytime line, 412-407-SHOW. Don't forget to include your contact information. If we like it enough or it's really great story, we'll have you call on the air and we'll talk about it with you live on the show. And I don't know. Do you think that's a good one?
I think that's a good one.
I don't really have, like, my brother and I used to, I guess I'll save it for next week, but my brother and I used to live together for a while, and it was like prank city. Like, you know what, I'll save it for next week. I have a really good prank about a 6-foot tall nutcracker.
Save it.
So we'll talk about the 6-foot tall nutcracker next week. We're going to take our last break. We'll be wrapping things up with what's trending on TV and movies. It's the Todd DeFazio Show with Hannah right here on Idiot Radio. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back.
Looking for a creative idea for meetings, business lunches, and special events? Call Spiels on Wheels, food truck and catering, and take the stress away. For more information, call them at 724-244-9881 or on Facebook at facebook.com/spielson.wheels.
We're back on the Todd DeFazio Show with my co-host Hannah. We're hanging out in our studios right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, this is like my favorite part of the show. I like to talk about, but you said you don't get to watch a lot of TV or movies.
Yeah, I need to try more.
Working so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, you know, the Netflix thing is like tailor-made for somebody like you because, you know, you can binge whenever you have downtime.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, like having the kids, it's tough because you got to have like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and all that stuff, so you got to kind of have the regular cable. But there's this company, CableTV.com. They you could win a contest and get paid $1,000 to binge watch the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's CableTV.com, a resource site for internet and cable providers, is looking for someone to marathon the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe while live tweeting the experience as a lead up to Avengers Endgame on April 26th. The Marvel fanatic would binge every mainline MCU film from Iron Man to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Watching these 22 movies would take approximately 42 and a half hours. Would you watch anything for 42 and a half hours?
For $1,000, yes. For sure.
But it's pretty cool, too. Like, the live tweets would have to be tagged to CableTV.com, their social media accounts, to promote the company's brand. And besides that, the only requirement is that you'll be at least 18 years or older and a U.S. citizen. If picked, the company is offering $1,000 in every Marvel film on Blu-ray, and it's also throwing in a Marvel Marathon Survival Kit, so like giving you like snacks and stuff, with a Captain America popcorn popper, a Thanos Infinity Gauntlet mug, and more. Apply for the marathon at the CableTV.com website. I might apply for that.
I think you should.
We're talking about what's trending this week. Some of the things coming up. It was announced this week that Lethal Weapon is going to come out with number 5. And Joe Pesci, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover all returning, and it should shoot later this year, which is pretty cool.
Cool. I didn't even know there was 5 or would be 5. I thought there was like 3. But cool.
I've never watched. Have you ever watched the TV show?
No.
Yeah, I don't. They've changed the the Mel Gibson character like twice, I think, and they keep bringing in different characters for that. Nickelodeon has announced. They actually announced this a while ago, but now it's like confirmed when it's going to happen. Announced the children's series Blue's Clues is returning this summer with a new name and host. At one point, it was rumored that John Cena was going to take that role. Yeah,
that's.
But they're
whatever.
They're going to be calling it Blue's Clues and You, and the host name is Broadway actor Josh Dela Cruz. Do you remember Steve? Remember the guy Steve from the show? They always remember you say he was dead.
Yeah. Is he?
No, he's alive and well. And Steve Burns is his name. At one time, he was like in a death metal band and stuff. He's all tattooed up and everything.
The truth back in the day.
But Steve was the original Steve on the show and was included in helping Nickelodeon find the Blues new best friend, which is pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't think John Cena would have been a good fit?
No. I see the picture of this guy. Like, excuse me, he's like more wholesome and just seeing like a big, I don't know.
Was Joe busy? Remember Joe from Blue's Clues? Maybe he's really old now.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember when it went off the air, but I don't know. Who did you like better, Joe or Steve?
I think it was probably Steve for sure. Yeah.
Steve, because he was the original?
Yeah.
Joe was more handsome, though.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter shared a message for fans as Face the Music kicks into gear. Bill and Ted's it'd be the third movie. Face the Music has been in production 30 years after Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter introduced the world to the time-traveling rockers Ted Theodore Logan and Bill S. Preston Esquire. The message read, "We want to say thank you to you, the fans. We owe you a huge debt of gratitude. Face the Music has set a release date for August 20th, 2020. Just right around the time of my wedding.
There you go.
A few days after. I don't think we'll go to the theater and watch it.
Probably not.
No. I don't remember watching any. I don't remember watching 2. I remember watching 1, Bill and Ted 1.
Oh,
But
yeah.
It picks up where the best friends are now middle-aged and they meet a visitor from the future who warns them that only their song can save life as we know it and bring harmony to the universe. It will also feature the duo's kids. So
they're always making remakes, so understandable.
So maybe the kids will take over after, Bill and Ted are older. I don't know. I guess there's a need for that. Like Jay and Silent Bob are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like I loved those movies back in the day.
I like Clerks.
That was a good one.
Clerks and Mallrats.
Yeah.
And then they filmed that. What was that one that they filmed here? Dogma was filmed here. Yeah.
I forgot that was. There's a lot
they
of
actually
movies
filmed
that filmed in Pittsburgh.
the strip club with Selma Hayek was a bar in Dormont.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right by my neck of the woods.
Right by the Apple. I don't even know if it's there anymore, but it was an all green front of the bar. It was right by the Apple there. I think it was called like the Dormont Inn or something.
I don't believe it's there, but
it used to be. Yeah,
good to know. Good old.
But it was funny. I was DJing at the Vasta, and everybody was running outside because Chris Rock was out on West Liberty Avenue. It was actually pretty funny.
Nice. I mean, I ran into him at the Chateau Marmont when I was in Los Angeles, so no big deal.
Yeah? Did you talk to him?
I asked for a picture and he ran away.
Ah.
I'm not even joking you.
He's like, oh no.
Because they're like, they don't do that in Los Angeles, but I was feeling good and I was like, it's my birthday, I'm going to get a picture with him. But he was just obviously trying to be by himself and leave.
Huh.
Yeah.
ABC has ordered a second season of The Conners, a spinoff of Roseanne, that features everyone from the old Roseanne show, except obviously Roseanne. And the comedy wrapped up the 2018-19 season as the most watched new sitcom, with 9.5 million viewers and a 2.2 rating in adults 18 to 49, which I don't really think. I think it's kind of unfair that they're considering this a new sitcom because it's really just Roseanne without Roseanne.
Yeah.
So if I was a new sitcom, I think I'd be mad because if they get the title, I'd be really mad about that.
It's not a new sitcom.
During its first season, the comedy also improved its time period by 33% in viewers and by 22% in adult demo. So the project, the Conners project, is proven to be a success, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't know that. To be honest with you, I didn't even know that was.
I have a feeling once all this Roseanne stuff dies down, and like when the show ends, I could see them bringing her back.
But didn't she die though?
But so did Dan in the original, in the first movie.
And then they brought him back.
And yeah, they just act like he didn't die at all.
What?
Yeah, they kind of
know that.
when the show came back, they kind of like made a joke like, I thought you were dead.
Oh.
But they were trying to say like the whole last season was a dream or something.
Oh, jeez.
So
well,
yeah,
good writing.
But no, I mean, the show didn't miss a beat. It was, Roseanne was back for one season, and then she got in trouble, and then they just brought the Connors back. So I don't know. I think that's going to wrap up our show today.
Yeah?
Yeah. Went by fast.
I was going to say, did we talk about all the good stuff?
I think so. But don't forget to check out the Triple B and Double D WrestleMania podcast, where we give all our predictions and discuss storylines and build up to Mania, and even take a trip back into time and discuss our favorite Mania moments. This was recorded a few weeks ago, so see how close we were to what's actually going on right now, and with a few days left to Mania, you can see if you could disagree with us, agree with us, see where we were wrong or where we were right. Wrestling fans will point that out to us, but I plan to. It's supposed to be 70 degrees and no rain on Sunday, April 7th.
That's amazing.
So I plan to put our Idiot Radio 10-foot movie screen out back and plan to watch it on the big screen.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah, with a fire, some cigars.
There you go.
And watch WrestleMania.
Living the dream.
Well, I think it's going to wrap it up, Hannah. You got anything on the
way
out
just
here today?
No. Guess people give more feedback and stuff. See what we need to talk about or say less or more. Like our social media. Mm-hmm. Twitter at Idiot Radio. At Idiot Radio Net. Instagram Idiot Radio Net. The Todd DeFazio Show on Facebook. Idiot Radio on Facebook. And I think that's it. 412-407-SHOW. Call our anytime line. Leave feedback like Hannah said. And I think we're going to get out of here. Have a nice week, Hannah. We'll see you next week. You too. See you guys.
All right.
Bye.